and I can, you know, I mean, at the moment, I mean, I can't see my hand up here, but it becomes into view down here. I can see a bit down here, and it's a bit brighter down here. Down here, and it's a bit brighter, and I come across, and I'm trying to keep my head. Just at the moment, my hand has just disappeared. Totally, just disappeared.
I was sort of in quite a depressed state because my sight had been going down, and I can honestly say joining the walking group brought me back to life.
When I was born, me and my twin were 3 months premature, and I was given too much oxygen. And when you know, when babies start to look round, I was blinking at the sun but not looking round like my sister, and so they took me to the hospital. And at first they said, "Oh, she's got cataracts," and then they did some more tests and said, "We're really sorry, your little girl's never going to be able to see." And of course, it's quite daunting.
You didn't know what to expect, if you was going to be guided properly, if you were just going to be left in a field, I was terrified.
I was kind of, it's like you want to do it, but you kind of also were thinking, oh gosh, what kind of people are they going to be? Am I going to be able to trust them? Am I going to be able to be safe? But I never had any of that as soon as I got there, really. I never, you know, I always feel safe. And even the time that I think it was the first time I went, that I sort of, there was a tricky bit and I sort of ended up falling, and everyone was worried about how I was, and all I could do was laugh. I don't mind being on a boat.
Yeah.
Well, you put your faith in the person, and I am never nervous of being guided.
You know, different surfaces on your feet. I mean, you might be going along a nice soft dirt track, or a real rougher track with stones sticking up, where you're going to be just a bit when you might get tripped up. Or maybe you're clambering down over rocks, going down the side of a hill.
I think my favourite bit is kind of sitting on the, wherever, on the walls or wherever, and having lunch. It's quite good having picnics. It sort of takes me back to my childhood. But I like the bits with the stiles, and the bits where you have to be careful of walking because it's a challenge.
I love bird song. I love to hear birds. Since joining the walking group, I can recognise quite a lot of bird sounds. Smells, texture of leaves or whatever. Wind, sun, even rain, sleet, you know. Concentrating on where I'm going, but I can also hear when the birds start chirping. And I just love it, yeah.
You can hear, you know, even the breeze in the trees, for example. There's lots of sounds out there if you stop and listen to them.
That's it, that's
There you
better.
go.
You're not as isolated, because it can be quite isolating when you're visually impaired. You don't sort of fit in anywhere, if you know what I mean.
What's more, along with all this is tremendous friendliness and friendship and fun, because we have fun, you know, even in talking to our guides. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's companionship and fun in the out of doors and the fresh air. Now sometimes it's raining. Actually, it's very rarely that it rains, but sometimes it's raining. You put your waterproofs on, and it's all part of the game, you know.
The walking group is just wonderful, you know, I can't praise it enough. That's what makes our life worthwhile, really.
Dried off yet?
Yes. I think so.